Yes, sir. We're back. We are back with a review of a TV show. It's been a minute to talk about TV shows, but I feel like this one needs to be talked about because no one's talking about this show. That show being Alien Earth. And what's crazy is, I really think this show is actually decent. I think it's pretty solid, interesting story, really good week by week too. I feel like watching the show week by week, it was engaging enough. And it's just so weird to be how like no one's really talking about this for real for real. I feel like for sure this should have been getting some clicks. I saw like nothing on Twitter, on the internet too, like on YouTube and whatnot. TikTok, no one's really like talking about this show at all. Like it's just like nothing. Like people just are dead about the show, and that's kind of weird to me because it's actually pretty good. So let's talk about it. All right. So the whole premise of the show is we got like this billionaire boy genius, and he wants to create immortality for humanity. So he's experimenting with putting human minds into androids. You feel me? And so then the issue is that they can't use adult minds yet. So then instead they use the minds of children to put in these android bodies and see how that works. And that's like the premise. Like androids, children are have android bodies. Let's just go with that. That's the idea. And the adult mind can't handle that, so they're trying to like do testing and whatnot to see how the kids react to it, their psychology, how they're changing and whatnot, so they could then move to adult human transfer. So that's the overarching thing. Like that's like the basis. And then on top of that, we have like this spaceship that had like a bunch of alien life forms. Like we have like the normal, what is it, xenomorph. We had like some eyeballs, not eyeballs, like one eyeball, little parasites, like a bunch of alien life forms. And someone sabotaged the ship somehow. It crash landed, and now the boy genius, his name is Boy Cavalier, apprehended everything that's on the ship, and now he's at this point experimenting or researching the aliens that was on the ship, and also these kids having these android bodies. That's the whole overarching story, just like the kids interacting, dealing with having robotic bodies and whatnot. Because also, mind you, these kids were all like terminally ill. Like they were like terminally ill, about to die, and like Boy Cavalier kind of, what's the word? Gave them this opportunity to be like, hey, listen, you guys can live forever if you join my program and let me put your mind inside of an android or transfer your mind inside of an android. So yeah, that's that. So the main character we have is Wendy, right? It was like the blueprint. She was like the first child to get the transfer, and like she's special because she has like a brother and whatnot. And Boy Cavalier's like very interested in her because like she's like the first, but also like her mindset too. Because like the whole reason why Boy Cavalier did this was to have an intelligent conversation. Like he wants to speak with someone on his level. That's why he's doing this. So he's hoping that with the child's perspective, and also being these robotic bodies as well, like how are their perspective changed? Like what's the child mindset? Can he have that intelligent conversation? So that's his goal. But when he's just processing, okay, I'm trying to figure out what am I still with me? Am I someone new? Am I someone in between? And also like her brother's still alive and out there, but like her brother thinks she's dead. But then her brother ends up finding her later, figure out she's not dead, like, oh my god, my sister's alive in this robotic body. What's up with that? So that's an interesting little arc that goes on there. Yet at the same time, we have the other children. I feel like the standouts were for sure Shmi and Slightly because he was dealing with an android for the ship that crash landed, who's like trying to get all of his eggs, all of the alien research back. Because in this universe, I think there's like 3 or 5 big companies. Boy Cavalier owns one, and we'll say company 2 own the aliens. And Boy Cavalier sabotaged company's 2 ship to crash land onto his, company site. So he has like legal precedence to apprehend all the life forms and whatnot. Because the way it works is like each business is kind of like their own form of government. So like a business owns like a part, and like that's their own sector. So like you gotta follow rules and regulations to interact with other businesses stuff. So now we have business number 2 trying to use their android from the ship. His name's like, what's his name? Muro? We could Google that real quick. Yeah, Moro. he's trying to get the stuff back, and now he's using slightly to, like, you know, steal an egg for him so he can get, like, some of that research back. So that's also interesting arc too, like, you know, a child being manipulated by an adult, but then at the same time, Moral's trying to say, you're not really an adult, bro. You're not really a child. You're an adult, so start acting like one, just like manipulating him. Just really crazy stuff. Then on top of that, we got a full android. So like Moral's a cyber, but Chris, he's a full android. He's like mentoring the kids, teaching them how to, like, you know, be kind of like be adults and like navigate being, you know, an android / human and whatnot. But at the same time, he knows what's going on with Slightly, but he's letting that happen just to see how it plays out. Because in his own little twisted sense, like, he's also trying to, like, raise these kids to, like, be their own individuals. And you see that when one of the children want to change their name to Isaac, and Chris asks why he respects that. So, like, he respects the children, wants them to grow and to, like, find their own path. I feel like Chris letting Slightly deal with that is, like, him trying to figure out, okay, what is Slightly going to do? How's he going to grow from this? But also at the same time, that's his way to, like, you know, excuse me, have the upper hand on Moro. Overall, I'm saying like a lot. I'm kind of rambling, but the point is, like, this whole story is interesting. Then on top of, there's just so much going on. Then on top of that, we have Wendy being able to, like, communicate with the xenomorph. So, like, she's, like, learning their language, like, communicating with them. So like, okay, she can now talk to the xenomorph. Then near the season finale, see that she can actually, like, command the xenomorph. So it's almost like a pet to her. So that was very interesting to see. Then also, I'm saying, like, there's a lot of and alsos I'm realizing, but it doesn't matter. Then on top of that, we see one of the alien life forms that were captured and were experimented on was this eyeball that could, like, take control of people's bodies. So, like, the eyeball will take out your eye, go inside your body, and take control of it. And what Cavalier is interested in this eyeball because, like, the eyeball shows very high forms of intelligence. He's like, he asks eyeball, like, what's pi? And the sheep's body, it, like, you know, stumped out the numbers of pi. And, like, at this point, he's like, Cavalier's like, I want this intelligent conversation. Let me get a human body for this eye so we can have this conversation. That's what he wants. Now, obviously, that didn't happen. Like, Wendy ended up, you know, revolting, taking control of the island, or going against the adults, capturing them with the alien and whatnot, putting them in a cage. And that's how season 2 kind of ended with, like, you know, her putting all the adults in a cage. And all the children are practically free now with these xenomorphs. And that's kind of how the show ended. It's setting up for season 2 with now the Company 2 officially, like, the Company 2, like, tried to secretly invade the island but failed because Chris was a step ahead. Then also we have Wendy with her pet xenomorph running amok as well. So that first sneak invasion failed, but now the Company 2 is officially, like, going to hop in on the island and try to recapture their aliens. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes on and interacts with, you know? So yeah, that's like a very shotgun summary of the TV show. You know what I mean? Overall, I thought it was really good. I really like how the actors did a good job of, like, portraying these children in adult bodies. That was, like, a very interesting concept. I feel like a lot of them pulled that off well. I think Shmi was an exceptional stand-up when he did that too. The visuals, really good visuals. I feel like the aliens felt real. And just everything just looked good. No CGI fumbles and whatnot. The eye looked creepy. I feel like when it came to, like, the gore and the action and the eerie horror aspect of it, they did a very good job of it. I recommend watching this TV show in a dark room to really get the vibe set and, like, being on edge the entire time. Just overall, a really good show that I wish got more love or attention to talk about. You know what I mean? Hopefully we get that season 2, and hopefully I feel like what would have made the show better is if, you know, they just dropped the full season, so we could just binge it all. So people could, like, just, you know, binge it all and talk about it. So I feel like the week by week lose engagement and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, whatever. But yeah, I think that's it for the video. Overall, good show. I recommend. Hopefully get the season 2. And yeah, until next time, guys, you be easy.